Welcome back to the Authentic Human Podcast. This is part 7 of the story of creation. So if you've been following along with us, we've been on a journey of really self-discovery in a way that defies the rules and logic of everything we've been taught to believe. And today, we're going to challenge your beliefs around your attachment to family, to people, to things. And we're going to allow you to recognize the power within your soul and how it's meant to be conducted. So it's energy, and it's energy that is meant to be conducted. You're literally the power source for your energy. You don't need an external source, which is completely opposite of our physical world, where in order for energy to flow, we need a power source. You are the power source. So right now, that's Jesus who did that introduction, just to clear that right up. And so he's going to lead us today. Jesus is the holder of the vibration of universal compassion in this universe. And it's really, like he's showing me, it's really important that you understand that compassion has zero room for pity. Pity is the currency that humanity has been taught to use with each other to communicate how we feel, what we want, and how we want to get there. And he's saying it's time to end that dynamic now, right now, because you're worth so much more. And if you exchange pity, that's you claiming to other humans, it's you communicating to other humans that you're not worthy of their trust, of their love, of their devotion. And again, devotion is not the way he's showing me devotion is it's the universal energy of respect. It's recognition that you see that person for who they are, and you allow that vibration to flow through you so that you can become who you're meant to be. This is how humans and humanity was created to exist. We were created to not interchange, interwoven, it's let me just feel the energy for a minute. It's like intersecting, but that's not the right word either. It's understanding that humans were created to interject our energy within our space, within our communication, okay? So he wants us to go back to the foundations of communication in this universe, because this is where, we've gotten really off track. Communication from a universal perspective is our recognition of self, but it's our ability to access the information we need direct from the universe. Okay? This is the foundation of universal communication. It's understanding that your ability is innate within you, and you're feeling it even when your mind doesn't want to register it. Okay? And this is where a lot of frustration, a lot of rage comes from, in this physical world that we're living in because we feel unheard. We feel divided. And we've been taught to remedy that by using pity. So we feel sorry for ourselves, and then we try and communicate the pity with others to get them, right? So we're trying to convince them, coerce them into becoming a part of our belief system. And that in itself goes against the laws of human existence, because humans were created to intertwine. It's like, it's such a beautiful energy. It's like, again, we go back to that, this beautiful tapestry that is being woven, right? So if you imagine that creation is this tapestry and humans are woven into it with the universe. So we have parts of the universe, which was explained in the last episode, but we have parts of each other that we are meant to connect with. Okay, so here's the thing. You don't have parts of other humans inside of you. This is really important because we're going to clear up the whole we are one kind of movement and belief, because humanity as a whole is the foundation for communication in this universe. You were created to be the physical expression of communication of what is possible in existence. The creator is now speaking, and he's saying, for you to understand the impact of that, you have to understand why I created that aspect in the first place and why my intention was for humans to communicate in that way. So purity was the foundation. And purity is the essence of energy that is free of control, manipulation, coercion. It's a deep recognition and understanding of the truth of who we are. And it's been lost and it's been hidden from us as a result of our fears. So in being taught to use pity, we actually block truth and purity from our experiences. So every time you find yourself trying to manipulate a situation, trying to get someone to feel sorry for you, it's like having conversations that they don't seem destructive, but you're destroying your vibrational energy, your output of energy. Okay? So your power source is strong, but if you're using it for destruction against yourself, it's like your energy is eating itself. So it doesn't get broadcast out into the world. So you don't communicate with the universe at large. You're having a constant, it's like a communication battle is how they're showing me. So the energy just keeps coming back and feeding off of itself. So for example, when you have conversations that are, they're a little bit manipulative. It's like, if you do this, then I'll do this, right? If you do this for me, I'll do this for you. Other examples are when we are having a conversation with someone else and they start telling us their challenges, and immediately our mind goes, oh, my challenges have been harder or more. And we go to the place of having the conversation where it's not quite a competition, but we've taken in the energy to say, I'm there with you. Now, a lot of that comes from a mind that genuinely wants the other person to understand that you know where they're coming from. But energetically, what's going on behind the scenes is you're using pity to crumble the powerful energy inside of you. So if you think about it, your energy, you can feel into it right now. If you think about your energy in terms of a pyramid, it's extremely powerful. It's fortified. It is balanced. It is created on an extremely solid foundation. Okay. But when you use pity, what happens is it starts crumbling from the inside. So, you've got this beautiful pyramid that is structured to weather any storm. But because you're choosing to destroy, really, this beautiful creation that is you, it starts crumbling from the inside. Now, excuse me, the results of that are you start to second guess yourself. You're causing anxiety. You're causing depression without even realizing that that was your doing, because you didn't realize that was your motive. But at the end of the day, when a human uses pity to battle their fears, okay? So fears are when we don't feel like we're being seen or heard, or understood. We've been taught to use pity to allow our communication to break through the barrier. And the barrier is the barrier of understanding that the mind wants to comprehend, and it chooses to comprehend. And right now we're living in a world where comprehension is of the utmost importance. Okay? Because universal comprehension, he's very clear on this. And he says, universal comprehension is the understanding of existence itself woven through all things. It's only humanity that has to think about this process right now. Okay. So before this dark age and the demise of human awareness, you had full understanding of your own existence, but existence itself. So every aspect of existence was part of your awareness. This is the oneness they talk about. You don't need to carry anyone else or anything else because you're not designed to. But the education system has taught you to, in the sense where it's taught you to absorb a whole bunch of information and then carry it. How have we been taught? Because then you're going to be tested on it and you need to know it. The reality is humans were created to learn through experience. Experience is in the essence of the energy of that moment. When you have those experiences, it becomes a part of you. You will never forget it. That is how humans were meant to learn. This is why they enabled pity to exist. Because if you continue to learn how you were meant to without the need and the fear, right? So the need to absorb information along with the fear that you might forget it, without that dynamic, pity wouldn't exist. I want you to really feel that. The education system has poisoned your mind against you. Not because it actively is doing anything to hurt you. It's because it was strategically designed to coerce you into working and thinking against yourself. And we're going to change that in this moment. the creator is back. They're both here and leading the communication today. So it goes a little bit back and forth, but oftentimes it's both of them. But if I specifically say one name, it's because that person, or that being rather, is taking the lead. So your existence here is based on your potential to succeed, nothing else. You don't have something over your head saying you have to perform for me in order to succeed. There's no judgment at any point in your existence. That needs to be extremely clear, because judgment does not exist on a universal level. It is purely human. It has been taught, it's misinformation to inform your mind. It's poison. And when you use any form of pity, it is a result of a belief system in you that doesn't believe you're worthy of your own existence. So you may think it's no big deal to just say, oh yeah, I had a not very good day myself, or, you know, and it's not necessarily the words, it's the energy behind them. It's how you're choosing to communicate those words. Are you choosing to communicate them in a way that brings the other person down? Because you may not even realize that that's what you're doing, but you're doing it because you don't want that other person to shine. Because if they shine brighter than you, then you're going to forget how to shine yourself. This is the greatest fear, is someone's going to get ahead of you. Competition. The fear and the poison that has taken your mind and allowed you to outsmart yourself. This is really understanding. So they're showing me the symbol of the two snakes, where they come and they're eating each other's, or it's eating its own tail. It's actually one snake, and it's eating its own tail. So it's its own demise. And that was strategically how the manipulation of humanity was laid. The intention was that you would ruin yourself. And when you can understand that and accept that, you can begin to heal. And what healing is restoring balance, because your awareness is expanding. Now, the acceptance comes from the fact that the way you are acting, the way you're being in this world, is not natural. That's why you feel uncomfortable. That's why you feel often threatened, because nothing feels quite right. And that's because it's not. But you didn't create this. You just followed the rules that other people told you to follow. So they created these rules, and you said, oh, perfect. You're telling me, at the beginning, if you go back and think of young children, they don't want to follow rules because we weren't meant to. The resistance, the talking back, the urge to move forward in spite of you telling them no, is our natural instinct to participate in life and existence. But, those of us who have been here before, and we've been taught, we know better. We have more awareness. We have more knowledge. We have more strength. We have more ability. And in doing so, we've ruined an entire race. And not all races go to the full extreme that you find, but all of humanity has been affected by this deeply. And so we're at this place where resurrection, transformation is not only necessary, we can't move forward without it. This is where the hard work comes in. This is where the understanding that your foundation needs to shift from that of your current belief system, the belief system that says the education system, the religious system, the medical system, the financial system know the rules, and I need to follow them. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen more quickly now than ever before. 2025 is the year of the greatest change in human existence. We're going from 15 to 20% consciousness to 70% within a year. It took us 50,000 years to get to 15 to 20%. 50,000 years. And we're going to go to 70% in less than 1 year. Your job as a awakened soul. How do we know you're awakened? Because you're listening, because you're choosing to participate in experiences that are bigger than what you've been experiencing. And you're willing to risk everything in the search for truth. And I know you may not be there yet. You may not be at that level of risking everything, but you're certainly willing to risk certain things that you weren't before. And what the Creator wants you to understand is you're not risking anything that is not worthy of who you are. Truth will restore your freedom. It will restore your joy. It will restore your purity. It will restore your respect for yourself and your compassion for the world around you and yourself. It will restore your ability to remain balanced as a physical, mental, and emotional human being. But it will restore your communication with the world you love. And that's the energy. The universal energy of communication is the energy of love. It's how we recognize who we are and how we recognize the universe and all the wisdom here. There is nothing in existence that is out of your reach. Nothing. But if you follow the lines of pity, everything remains out of touch, out of reach. Everything remains impossible. It doesn't matter how much pain and suffering you have endured. It doesn't matter how much pain and suffering you have caused. Because this is not about judgment. This is about resurrection. And the Creator would like to give you the opportunity right now in this moment to resurrect your love and your respect and your compassion and your purity. Your relationship with those 4 fundamental universal energies. He's going to hold the space so you can resurrect those relationships right now. So just allow yourself to take a few deep breaths. Relax your body. If you don't have the time in this moment to be fully focused, that's okay. Listen anyways and come back to it again later when you have more time. What we're doing is we're reprogramming the vibration of the cells in your body to accept truth. That's what we're doing today. And in doing so, what we're doing is we're allowing you to restore your capacity to communicate with the universe. It's beautiful. Okay, so let your body relax. Let any stress that you've been carrying from the day just slowly, almost melt out of you, can flow out of you. It can disintegrate inside of you, whatever the energy that you're feeling is, just allowing it to flow. If you're able to, close your eyes. And inside your body, I want you to imagine a waterfall that flows from your head down through your body. And allow yourself to notice how it's flowing. Is it a heavy, strong current? Is it trickling, or is it just right? Notice the temperature of the water. Notice the smell of this pure, fresh water that has come from the depths of the earth and creation of this planet and all of the elements here. And allow your body to begin to feel the primal nutrients and minerals that this waterfall and this water within you is offering you. You don't need to pull from the water. The water is naturally going to give these minerals to you. And just feel your cells as these minerals, along with the wisdom of water itself, just allow yourself to feel your cells start to perk up. Some of you may be experiencing shocks of light and energy in your cells. Just keep allowing yourself to breathe and stay relaxed. This is the wisdom of your soul and the universe, and it's speaking to your cells today. And allowing yourself to begin to feel the birds inside of you. See them circling your waterfall. Notice the clouds suspended above the waterfall inside of your body. Notice the rocks at the bottom of the waterfall that lead it into the river. Notice the lush greenery around the waterfall. And it's lush and it's green because of the nutrients the water is giving off. Allowing yourself to feel the communication between the water and the greenery, the water and the birds. Noticing the land mammals who come to drink from the water. because their instincts remind them of their need for thirst. And the thirst is the fulfillment of universal connection. And as they drink from the water, just watch as their cells alight with this wisdom. Feel the energy of the sun shining down on everyone inside of your body. Feel the sun's rays reach down into your legs, your feet, your toes. Reach out through your arms, right down to your fingers, all the way up to the crown of your head. Maybe even shining out from the crown of your head, because you feel the strength and the wisdom of the sun. You feel the wisdom and the power of the water. You feel the snake and the frogs and the amphibians who are lurking and playing and frolicking in the shallows. Allow yourself to feel their wisdom. Notice the insects and look into the trees. Who's there? Who's hanging in the trees, waiting for you, watching you receive the bounty of wisdom the universe has to offer. And in this moment, allowing your heart to fill with the wisdom of your soul, with the wisdom and the knowledge of the universe. And allow that energy in your heart to build. Don't push it, don't make it big. Just notice, allow it to move in the center of your chest. It's like the energy is moving, it's like clouds inside your chest, moving in a ball, in a circle, and it's flowing in a way that now it's ready to emanate. It's ready to emanate out through the core of your body and into your extremities. And it's going to reach all the way out back to the center of the universe. Not the planet, but the universe itself. And feel connected to you is a golden, it's like a rope, but like an umbilical cord of golden light that connects you directly to the universe. It's your channel for wisdom, for knowledge, for purity. It's your connection of experience. And they want you to recognize that connection in each moment throughout your day. Begin to allow that connection to lead you and to guide you through your greatest challenges, knowing you're not alone. The entire universe is waiting to serve you, not to fix it for you, but to be present and watch the grace with which you rise from your challenges. Your willingness to allow the beliefs and the lies you've been told to remain firm on the ground as you lift yourself right out of them. You don't even have to lift, you just rise. And you look back down at the ground and see the shell of all those lies. Look at them. Is it like a big block that you rose out of? Does it look like your body? Is it shriveled or broken down? Because this is the you that you've been giving the world. This is how you've believed in yourself. Through these lies that broke your spirit. They enabled you. They enabled you to believe that your connection with the universe was broken or non-existent. The Creator says, you can't break. Your connection cannot be broken by anyone or anything. You cannot even break your connection. You can fight against it. You can pretend it doesn't exist. But it is impossible to break because it is the foundation of existence. This is the universal vibration of love and connection. That is the foundation of this universe itself. You're meant to live freely through your heart, through your vision, through your willingness to succeed and participate in your own passions, inspirations, and goals. The world is waiting for you to trust yourself and to allow yourself to emerge from the world inside of you. This world where you know your connection to water, to the sun, to the air we breathe, to the animals, the natural world. It's not just inside of you, it's everywhere around you. And it's time you live according to those rules and laws that they simply state you're meant to be here to play. You're meant to play. Playing doesn't mean you don't get the job done. Playing means you're exploring your potential and you're filled with joy while you do it. There are missions that need to occur. You have to take care of your physical self in this world right now, among and above all other things. That is a requirement of your physical space at this time. And it in all times. This time it's just a little bit more challenging. But it is not only possible, you're meant to participate in this world as humanity rises and you lead the charge. You lead the world into resurrecting our willingness to participate in our own potential. You do that every single day when you believe in yourself and when you participate as though the world and you have the greatest, deepest, most divine connection possible in existence. It is so.